Hey there, welcome back to my review. So today's review is these here bad boys, Steelseries Siberia 800s wireless headphones. So these here are Dolby 7.1 surround sound headphones. Now I've already unboxed them, I've been using them for about a week now, and I have to say I can't explain how good these headphones are over the cheap ones I've been using before. I've been using just standard cheap sort of 2.1 headphones, and I got these here as a bit of an investment. They're not cheap headphones. I think in most places you get them at about £216, so they are a big investment. Would I say they're worth £216? Yeah, I would. Definitely would. After hearing the difference between mine, I think you don't realise how crap your headphones are if you've bought a cheap one until you hear a good one. I know that sounds a bit cheesy, but they really are like night and day. So there's the box. It's quite a fancy box, as you'd expect. We'll just take it out of this outer sleeve. Okay. And it comes in another box. So just trying to decide which side wants to come off. There we go. Okay. So we take that out. This part's padded for protection too. And then the headphones are in it, so swing it around. So it comes with the headset here, as you can see. It comes with the little control box, which we'll get into. And then underneath this part here, we have a little box which contains our USB cables, our 3.5 audio cables, and basically all the cables you need for cross-platform. So for instance, it comes with everything you need for PlayStation, PS4 and PC. So we might as well open it and show you. Okay, so there's a little bag of bits. It also comes with the adapter, the power adapter, and about 4 or 5 different heads for it, depending on which region of the world you're in. This here also has the manual. We'll not get into that too much. The manual's pretty good, but at the end of the day it's a set of headphones. Okay, so we'll just discard the box. Okay, so in a little second I'll plug this in, I'll show you what it looks like when it's set up. But just on the off, this here is a little LCD display. There's your controls, it is a push button. The reason why I went with these here was because the headphones themselves here, there's the microphone, pulls in and pulls out. Now, the microphone quality is pretty good. It's clear, it replicates your sound, but it's never going to be good enough really to sort of podcast or things like that. Anyway, inside the left ear we have the battery. Now, the reason why I went with these is because the battery in these, it's the only sort of headset that has a removable battery. It also then comes with a spare battery which is charged in this while this is working. So you have one battery on all the time and the other one's charging, so you never have to worry about running out of batteries. One of the things I have a big problem with is buying wireless headphones and then having to plug them into a micro USB port to charge them, and having to wear them with, keep wired pretty much if your battery's running low. So these here allegedly have a 20-hour battery life for gaming, and then you have a spare battery. So really, you have 40 hours without having to charge a battery, pretty much. Okay, so we'll leave them aside and we'll finish just in this. So on the back of this here, we have an optical out, optical in, mini USB, not micro USB, a DC power supply, a chat out, and an analog in. Okay. Pretty good little unit. Build quality is excellent. In the side here then we have the little compartment for the battery, or spare battery. So the battery, by the way, is 3.7 volt, yep. 3.7 volt, 1000 milliamp hour battery. And then that there just pushes in, clicks into place, and that's it charging. And it shows you on the front, I'll show you here in a minute, but it shows you the battery indicator for your headset and the battery indicator for the charging battery, which is nice. It's a great feature. Okay, so we'll set that aside for a second. And this here just lines up on the inside, there to there. We push it in and just twist. And that's it, back on again. Okay, so build quality wise then, in terms of the headset, this bit's rubber. They feel expensive, they don't feel clacky and clangy and rattly and stuff. They feel like good quality. The build quality seems quite well. They swivel, and then the ear cups tilt. Okay, this here is leather, soft leather, and then the inside bit is the material. So the only downside I would say is that the stitching in this here is actually where it contacts your ear. I don't really know why they couldn't have just had the stitching running from the inside there right the way to this outside edge. You know, I don't think that should have been beyond the realms. Some of the other headphones, like I think it's the Razer Man of Wars, allegedly have a more comfortable sort of cup than these ones. I find these fine. You know, my ear doesn't hit the hard middle bit or the inner bit. I find them comfortable to wear. You know, if I'm editing videos or if I'm gaming, prolonged gaming, they're fine. They're really comfortable. Big strap on the top, leather again, and soft on the top of your head. No problems comfort wise. I also like the way the mic in this here folds in. There we go. And then obviously they extend out and extend in. Functional wise then, on the bottom we have a share little dock. So we have this little share dock. We also have the chat function there that pairs with the head. And then to turn them on then, we hold the button on the bottom until the light starts blinking. That's it paired. And once it pairs, it shows you in the front. So we'll just move on to the computer now and I'll plug them in and show you them in operation. Hey there, so this is just the second part of the Steelseries Siberia 800s at the bench. So forgive the mess here, the state of the bench. It's a desk, but it's also a workstation, so it gets a bit of abuse. Okay, so here we have the little unit. So it's plugged in the back. So it's plugged in with the power supply, the AC power supply, and it has the mini USB plugged into the back of the computer. So on the front then, we have the volume control. So we turn that down and up. Okay, and we push that. So we can push the button and it takes us into our audio. So we can change that, and we can change the chat mix or the live mix or the equalizer. So we put the equalizer, and it's immersion, performance, entertain. So it basically changes the profile, music, voice, or you can add your custom one. I usually keep this here sort of for immersion. And we can go into our Dolby and turn the Dolby digital on or off. So obviously you want it on. This here little button here, if you can see it, is the back button. So we push that, takes us back. We can also change our source and our profiles. We can go into options, into sources, and then we can either edit our source. So if we go to edit, our source is PC, so we're not going to sort of mess about, but there is quite a lot. But anyway, out of the box, when you plug it in, it's pretty much ready to go. You plug it in and switch the headphones on. The battery came almost fully charged, so there's not a lot of setting up to it. So headphones wise here, you can see on there, that there is a little battery percentage for the battery that's charging in the side here. So once I switch the headphones on from the little button on the bottom, there we go. You can see it says connected, tells us the battery level, and then up here it shows us the battery level on our headset as well. So it's sort of 3/4 full. The battery that's in it's fully charged, so even when this goes down, I can just swap the batteries out and then it'll start charging the battery that's inside it. So yeah, I hope you liked the review. The mic's not excellent in terms of, it's good for an onboard mic, a headset mic. It's not going to be good enough sort of really if you're into sort of streaming, you know, like sort of Twitch or anything out there. You would need a dedicated mic, but in terms of like voice over IP, or if you're using it for in-game chat and stuff, it's absolutely fine. The quality's good. It's not really bad, it's not crackly or anything. It's just, it wouldn't be sort of podcast type microphone. None of them are, to be honest, but it's totally adequate. Sound quality is excellent. I'm really pleased with it. Range on them, I've had it maybe to about 15-16 feet and it hasn't missed a beat through a couple of walls. So I sort of forgot a couple of times and forgot to take it off and walked out, and I was still hearing the sort of gameplay from Rainbow Six Siege. So all in all, yes, I'm really impressed with these here headphones, and I hope you like the review. And oh, by the way, I'm not really going to get into the sort of the low end and high end sort of functionality of them, because you know, the in-depth sound, if you're looking for any more info, there's loads of people who have done detailed analysis of these here on sort of YouTube and things. I should say as well that there's a little volume rocker on the headset, and you can see when I move that, it also adjusts the volume, so that's really handy if you can't bother reaching down to the little terminal every time to put it on. And you can see the bottom, the light flashes when it's on. Yeah, so are these worth the extortionate money you pay for wireless headsets of decent quality? Trying these now after using a cheap headset for so long, I would definitely say yes, they are worth the money. They're a great headset. So I hope you liked the review, and thanks very much for watching.